Greetings, citizens of the internet! You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. In the last episode, we completed the first half of Sky Tower, which took me 2 tries because of an Aerodactyl. And in this episode, we're doing the first beginning in the dungeon, and we are heading into Sky Tower Summit. Unfortunately, it doesn't look that different from the regular Sky Tower, but its music is quite melancholic. A remixer called Sheddy, formerly L-Orb Sheddy, as in Life Orb Shedinja, did a remix of it, which I used as the outro music for the previous episode, and I'm going to use it for this episode as well. I used to do remixes as well, including one of Sky Tower, the normal one, not the Summit, I should clarify. But honestly, I don't really think any of my remixes were very good because, except maybe some of my Animal Crossing ones, because I didn't really understand music. I don't actually know anything about music, and also it was done on the free version of Power Director, which for some stupid reason it won't let you reopen files of its designated file type, meaning you have to do the whole thing in one sitting. So, but still, my really quick remix of the GameCube startup is the most viewed video on my channel, so make of that what you will. Probably because it's just catchy and easy to loop. I'm going to check what Pokemon I can recruit here. I wonder if I'll be able to get a new teammate. Tropius. Okay, then. Don't know what its recruit rate is. Yeah, Pokemon at different rates of being recruited, and these floors are if this floor is very linear, it's probably a sign that mysterious mechanic that hasn't appeared yet might appear. And unfortunately, I've lost most of the orbs that were helpful to that mysterious mechanic, and I only have this Warp Orb now, and I could teach Peril Focus Punch, but it requires 2 turns to use, so I don't really think it would be worth it. Oh, this one's mazy. It's a hazy, mazy cavey, but it's a Sky Tower. Yeah, I had a lot of things planned to talk about in the credits, but I don't actually have much planned to talk about within the actual dungeon because I wasn't I wrote these in the notes before I realised I'd have to split this into 2, and I am in big trouble right now. I'm just going to eat this orange berry. I can't switch places. Wait a minute, hang on, I thought poison powder affects everyone and all the Pokemon around you. Why did it not work then? It's a bit odd. I mean, I wouldn't have poisoned Peril, by the way, because I have non-traitor, as I previously mentioned. I repeat myself a lot in this Let's Play. I remember once I used to like using Claydol a lot in lower tiers on Pokemon Showdown, and then I read on the YMMV page for Pokemon Showdown or Smogon on TV Tropes, and I grew to level 28. That Claydol is one of those Pokemon people make fun of, and I just kind of felt ashamed of myself because, to be honest, that page is quite elitist. I don't have anything against the Pokemon competitive community, but it's definitely one that needs some work. But I don't want to get a TV Tropes account. Oh, it's money. I wonder how much money I have. I know if I don't lose it all, lots of money. I can buy a house with that money, except I already have one, so maybe not. Although that reminds me of the anime short, they insist that the rescue team base isn't just a house, and Salamence is here, which also reminds me it appears in the final dungeon of Explorers as well. I don't think Metagross does, though. I don't know what Metagross is doing in the sky. Isn't it really heavy? Video game logic. It's like Nintendo logic, but less specific. I was going to say more specific, but that's the opposite of what I meant. This is like, I think this is about 12 floors long, so it's slightly shorter than regular Sky Tower, but it's still way longer than the Sky Tower is probably the longest final dungeon in any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Like, that reminds me of the final dungeon of Gates of Infinity. It has really good music, but it's so short that it doesn't feel like it actually... I swear I've gone through it without the music even getting to loop. Normally, if a room has a lot of items in it, it will have that mysterious mechanic of mystery, but I still haven't encountered it yet. That's really weird. Oh. Luckily, my Bullet Seed will protect me, but now I've run out of PP for it because I don't have any max elixirs. I just have too many gummies. So I'm going to set Peril's tactic to go after... Oh, it's already that. Oh, never mind. The heart icons they used to represent your health on the team screen look a bit weird as well. And I'm not even going to get that many because I just want to get away from the Salamence. Little human, are you sure that this is the right path you've chosen? So, did you know that your purpose is almost over? How much HP does this clay doll have on Ancient Power? Can raise all of its stats, so luckily it didn't there. I'm still not sure why I haven't encountered this mysterious mechanic of mystery yet. This has gone on for surprisingly short and I feel like I'm just tempting fate and I'm going to walk into trouble soon. And also barely ever use my starters moves. Yeah, Smokescreen makes all moves a miss. I've mentioned this before, but they nerf it in Gates from Liberty. And if a Pokemon faints of indirect damage, like a starter's condition, you don't gain experience, unfortunately. And Aerodactyl's another Pokemon which is a bit weird to have pressure. It doesn't really make sense to have pressure either. It doesn't really suit it at all. It's not like a boss or anything. It's quite a fast... It's quite a fast Pokemon that deals a lot of damage, and usually pressure is better for stalling, like that Vespiquen I tried to use on Pokemon Showdown. Actually, I've tried using Vespiquen several times, but they just aren't that good. And it annoys me why it's called Vespiquen and not Vespiquen, because that would fit into the character limit, so I don't get it. And I talked to you when I meant to press A and B to do nothing during my turn. Oh, again. Thankfully that didn't flinch me, or that would have been rather unfortunate, or cringe as they call it in this game. And by the way, these holes aren't water, they're holes in the sky, so only Pokemon that are flying in their animation can go over them. Which is not quite the same thing as being flying type. And that also reminds me of how Dratini and Dragonair can walk on water, even though they're not water type, and now remembering that one line from Simple and Clean. Little human, are you sure that this is the right path you've chosen? I still haven't seen a Tropius here. And why did they not want to call the bananas on Tropius's neck bananas? They clearly don't look like nanab berries, and we're at the end already and we didn't encounter that mystery mechanic of mysteries. It's shorter than I expected. Is this the top floor? You don't say. Who goes there? Who dares to trespass upon my airspace? That voice! Could it be Rayquaza? No, it's obviously Rayquaza's awkward cousin, Tim. Indeed, I am. The sky is my domain. Depart at once. But we don't have the time to argue. We came here because we need your help. Never! And now you use the bird sound effect, even though it requires wasn't a bird. I am a being of the sky, and you are but denizens of the ground. I don't get whether it's whole weird distinction between land and sky Pokemon, because it doesn't really mean anything. To each there is a world destined as their own. For hundreds of millions of years, never once have I descended to the ground. We don't really have a choice. You don't have legs. And the opposite shall also hold true. And I was trying to about it gruff, but also slightly dignified at the same time. Let there be no mercy for those that defy the laws of nature. But now it sounds like I'm doing two voices for Rayquaza at once. Prepare for the end. Ice Beam is a very good move to use against Rayquaza, but unfortunately I don't have it. And unfortunately, I've gone over this before, but Pokemon don't get healed during boss fights until Explorers, which is a bit stupid, but whatever. And I'm going to try to get Pearl to use Smokescreen if she doesn't use it here. She didn't use it here. Twister. I was a bit worried about accidentally waste my turn with a regular attack. And I know that like the water type starters can learn Ice Beam and weirdly Cubone as well. I saw one theory that it's because it's based on Kaiju, and Kaiju tend to have lots of weird superpowers. And Rayquaza also... Actually, Rayquaza doesn't have pressure. What am I talking about? Because I swear that poison powder had... I thought, oh, it made me poison powder lose 2 PP, but then I realised that was just because I used it against the Aerodactyl earlier. And I should turn on your other moves now. Maybe not Brick Break because it's not very effective, but neither is Flamethrower, so... Same type... Oh, I've run out of PP on Tackle as well. This is rather unfortunate. And look how much little damage everything's actually doing. And in general, this kind of reminds me, Leech Seed and Toxic stacked so they do more damage together, which is quite overpowered, and they fixed it, but it would be kind of funny if that happened here, even though it's not bad poison, it's just regular poison, but whatever. How long does the Whiffer starters last for, by the way? I'm going to check. It lasts a set amount of turns. I was wondering if a set amount of turns means it always lasts the same amount of turns, or if it chooses, like, randomly how long it will last, like, confusion, or... I'm going to say paralysis, but you can't actually heal from paralysis in the main series, but you can get over paralysis in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But you have to go to the next floor to be healed of a burn or poison. And Curse goes away really quickly, like when the first half of Sky Tower, I was worried that, oh, the curse would kill me before I got to the stairs, and then I noticed it, and then it took me, until I was editing, I didn't realise it had gone off like 2 turns after it began until like I was editing the video. This is very techno for this game. And again, it's supposed to like similar sound fonts to the boss battle. And you need to use Smokescreen again, but first we need to talk about parallel universes, and I also need to heal you. Do I have any Oran berries left? Or do I just have loads of gubbies that aren't useful here? Yes, I do. And in Explorers, they make it so you can actually let your teammates eat items by just clicking in use or eat on them or whatever. It's a bit weird how they use ingest for drinking things though. Like, why can't they just put drink? Ingest isn't a word that most kids know, including me. And why does Dragon Dance have a water sound effect? This boss isn't really hard, it's just kind of getting a bit boring now. Like, look how Crunch missed, wow. Also, notice how this theme is actually a remix of the motif that first appeared in the Fugitives theme, which is officially known as the Escape, but no one calls that except for me because I'm a hipster. Well, I'm not really a hipster, but it's what it's called according to Gator into the DLC. Look how much damage Brick Break did, even though it's not very effective. Why is that your best move all of a sudden, Peril? Oh, and now Rayquaza's dead, and Peril grew to level 29. Yay, I leveled up! I don't normally read out those messages, I just decided to do that for some reason.
What? An earthquake? It's not possible! We're on top of clouds!
Those are shockwaves, and they're huge! Okay, now he sounds like a respectable gentleman. Okay, then.
That's it! I got it! Look straight up, Rayquaza!
What is that?
It's a shooting star!
And it's enormous! That's not what a shooting star means, Peril.
It will destroy the world if it continues on its path. That's why we came, Rayquaza. Please, destroy the falling star.
So, that is why?
Yes, please hurry and destroy it.
Before I try, I need to know your resolve. The star has come too close. If I were to lose my Hyper Beam here, spoiler alert, Rayquaza doesn't actually know Hyper Beam in the boss battle, you would not escape unscathed.
So? We accepted that from the start.
Well said. Take charge of your destiny.
Wah!
Is this a dream? No, this is no dream. Yes, the star's explosion swallowed me, and I'm now adrift as a spirit in the cloud dimension of imminent anti-aliasing that doesn't look good on a Wii U. What's going to happen? This shadow, Gengar, why is this in thought all of a sudden?
Kaka, Indigo, don't take much to put you down.
Or didn't.
Serves you right. Kaka, now what to do with you? I know. I'll drag you into the dark world.
That'll do it. I didn't know this was Zelda. Gengar is dragging me, you don't say. Gengar said he would drag me into the dark world, you don't say. What is the dark world? Obviously it's the sacred realm after being corrupted by Ganon's heart or something. Am I going to be abandoned in a world I don't know? Hun?
Darn it! I took the wrong path.
What? Well, there aren't really any paths here, are there?
This isn't like me. I can't tell which way is which.
Well, there's not really anything in this dimension, so...
Yeah, to heck with this. I'll just ditch you here. That's it. Goodbye to you.
Hey. Hey, can you hear?
Snap out of it.
Huh? This place.
Ugh.
Regained consciousness. That's a bit of an oddly worded line. Ooh. I'm sure of it. I'm sure back there, Gengar saved me.
Maybe. Did Gengar save Indigo too?
You're talking to me like I'm not right in front of you.
Awesome! You're alive! You really had us all worried.
You were incredible.
Sniffle, I'm so glad you're safe. It's fantastic. Everyone, thank you. But what about the star? What happened to it?
Okay, now you use the bird sound effect.
Fear not, the star is no more.
Though it will not be right away, the disaster shall soon be calmed.
Really? We did it, Indigo! Everything worked! We've won peace!
Yippee! This is the greatest!
This calls for a celebration!
Let me shoot my hydro pump to kick it off!
Whoa! Hold on there! Don't you point those things at me! Face the other way!
The other way! Gee, it's not like you're a water type or anything.
No, let it loose! Ha ha ha!
You've gotta be kidding me!
I'll secure him so he can't get away.
Oh, not bad. What? You're serious? No, don't.
Ah, that was a really bad laugh. Wow. Indigo. Gardevoir. We owe everything to you, Indigo, and your friends. Peace has returned to our world. Thank you for everything. And now, Indigo, your role here has ended. Soon, you must return to your own world. It is time to bid farewell. It's finally come. The time has finally arrived. The time to say goodbye. Indigo, I am so sorry for this. To everyone, please bid farewell.
Oh, Indigo! Indigo! Your body! What's happening to you?
Peril. And everyone, I'm sorry, but I have to leave.
What?
What are you saying? Everyone, thank you for everything all this time.
Huh? Leave? What do you mean, leave?
My role as a Pokémon has ended. I have to return to the human world.
Unbelievable.
Go back? To the human world?
You don't say.
Huh? Why? I don't understand. Why do you have to leave? Didn't we? Aren't we friends?
Yes, you will always be my friend, Peril. I will never forget you.
Don't go, Indigo.
I'm blessed to have met you.
What am I going to do when you're gone, Indigo?
I'm so very sorry. This is goodbye.
Indigo! 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 Indigo!
I gave Bellsprout the wrong voice by accident. Oops.
Indigo, no!
And that there was another incorporation of the escape motif. Indigo, why? I don't understand. Why? Why was it necessary to leave us? Indigo saved my life, but I hadn't done anything to show my thanks. Left, before I could even say thanks.
You're right. Just upped and went like that. Why now? Why when the world's been saved? Just when things were going to get better.
Sob. This was coming. Our world, it was saved by Indigo. I look back now. When bound for the sky, Indigo seemed as if resigned to accept what was to come.
I know. Indigo must have become a Pokemon to save us. And when the star was destroyed, Indigo knew that would be time to leave. Why didn't Indigo tell me earlier? If this was coming, why didn't Indigo tell me?
Those words couldn't be spoken. As much as you are heartbroken now, Indigo must have felt the same pain of leaving. Try to understand, Peril.
Indigo!
I like how, unlike the endings of later Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, they actually show the other characters besides the partner reacting to your disappearance. They sort of do that in Gates to Infinity as well, but not Explorers, and definitely not Super, but that's a bit different. What is this? I'm rising into the sky. Is this my spirit? I wonder where I'm going. Voices. I hear voices. Your friend is heartbroken. A true friend. A friend for life. You finally realise it now. If you wish, and wish very strongly, perhaps you will meet again. And that was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Raid Rescue Team. I originally wanted this Let's Play to be done over the summer, but to cut a long story short, life got in the way, as did procrastination. Now, to be honest, dungeons are really boring to commentate. As I mentioned earlier, I forgot to make a list of things to talk about during the Fugitive arc and also for Sky Tower Summit because I wrote my notes before I actually knew I would split it into 2 episodes. And I think my favourite part was doing voices for the characters, even if I couldn't keep them consistent, and I'm slightly worried that they might be annoying, and some of them, especially Peril's, really hurt my throat. But unfortunately, it made me realise how repetitive and badly translated some of the dialogue is. And to be honest, the plot of this game isn't that great. It's more focused on the whole talking Pokemon gimmick than really being coherent, because it's kind of like, oh, a bunch of bad stuff happening. Oh, I guess it's because of a meteor, because that makes sense. I mean, the mystery of why you became a Pokemon is more important to the plot than in later games, which I can appreciate. But it's just, even as a kid, I didn't like this as much as Explorers. And I was playing with a team that's a type combination that's considered one of the worst, Fire and Grass, which people say really struggles against Moltres, and I can tell you that is true now that because I had to restore point during that box, if you remember. And this is probably the first time I've had to use restore points since Kirby's Dream Land 3, because of course it would, because Klonoa wasn't on Virtual Console. But I really don't enjoy using restore points, but frankly I only have to do it twice. And I did like to get to appreciate things about the plot more from this Let's Play, like the whole theme of purpose, or how wholesome the cutscene before Magma Cavern was. But to be honest, I think after this Let's Play, I'm going to take a break from Let's Playing for a bit. Because this Let's Playing is kind of a big undertaking, and while there is a post-game, I'm going to save it for later. I'm not sure what my next Let's Play is going to be, but I think it's going to be something more obscure, like more obscure than Klonoa obscure. I don't want to leave. I want to stay longer. With my invaluable, irreplaceable friend. The story of Indigo and Peril ends here. But Salsa isn't done yet. There are many rescues to be done. A new adventure begins. The legendary Pokémon are set to make their appearance. Don't go away!